We may honestly be living in a simulation. The top could be in. I'm not even kidding, because this was predicted back in the year 2023, just before the day ends, guys. We have to talk about this. Okay, because this, by the way, this prediction lands on this day. Okay, Bitcoin Ultim, high October 6th of 2025 from Anonymous. I think this was posted on 4chan or one of these sites, guys, where people who want to be anonymous posts. So on December 12th of 2023, an anonymous user tweeted about Bitcoin's path to the next all-time high, and at top of it, Bitcoin all-time high October 6th of 2025. If this plays out, we live in a simulation, and this person needs to be found. All-time low 2015 to all-time high 2017 equal 1,064 days. All-time high 2017 to all-time low 2018 equal 364 days. All-time low 2018 to all-time high 2021 equal 1064 days. All-time high 2021 to all-time low 2022 equal 364 days. The pattern would print the cycle's all-time high on October, on the 6th of October 2025. People want to believe otherwise, but the simulation will repeat itself. This is what you call nasty work. He literally says on October 6th of 2025, it will mark this cycle's all-time high. Well, talking about today, Bitcoin created an all-time high, and we started to dump from that period, right from that point. I think it was at $126K, now we're about $124K, and here's a chart that shows the pattern more clearly. I'm seeing a lot of chatter about cycles lasting 1,064 days, and the cycle top, therefore, being today. So here's from the bottom of the 2015 cycle. The top of that cycle took 1,064 days. From the bottom to the top, 1,064 days. From the bottom to the top takes us to October 20th. Our cycle top projection. So could we be near the top here? It's the real question, right? Remember, this was posted back in the year 2023. Here is a data point. The first Hebrew year began on a new moon, which was declared to have occurred on Sunday, October 6th. And no, they love doing rituals on specific dates and time frames. This is a big warning to everyone. Breaking: gold officially crosses above $4,000 per ounce. For the first time in history, gold is now worth $27 trillion. Why is gold rampaging higher? And non-stop, by the way. It just keeps creating new all-time highs. Like, this is what you call a parabola, and it's not stopping at all. Then you got silver. Just hit a new all-time high of $48.64 per ounce. Why? You know why. It's because people want a hedge of something disastrous and coming, such as Jeff Bezos calls AI a giant bubble. This warning comes from Jeff Bezos himself. Investors don't usually give a team of 6 people a couple $1 billion with no product, and that's happening today. So this is my first time watching it with you guys. Let's see what he has to say. Well, okay, so take you back in time in the year 2000, when the internet bubble burst. Amazon's stock, in a very short period of time, went from $113 a share to $6 a share. And by the way, it's split many times since that. I don't know, 20 for 1 or maybe interesting. So back when the previous bubble burst, right, the dot-com bubble, Amazon was $113 per share, and it went to $6. And it survived that crisis, which made it to where it is right now, which is why I believe XRP will survive this incoming crisis, the collapse, to be integrated into the new financial system. Amazon is now the home of everything. Even more, I don't have the number. But so these prices have nothing to do with today's stock prices, but to go from 113 to 6 in a short period of time was very concerning, and shareholders were upset. Employees were nervous. All of our employee base, their parents were all calling our employees and saying, "Are you okay?" You know, this was the environment of great nervousness. Just imagine investing through that time, guys. Okay, I don't know if any of you guys have, but I would imagine it to be very scary. Extremely scary, actually. Imagine 90% of your portfolio dissipating, vanishing right before your eyes. Everything you have worked hard for gone in a split second. Everyone would probably sell. The only people who would have survived that is the people who had great conviction in their investments, which the XRP community has, and that's XRP. But I looked at the number for XRP. This was the environment of great nervousness. But I looked at the numbers in the business, and every month as the stock price went from 113 to 6, a number of customers went up every month. Our gross profits went up every month. Operating expense, we were still in a loss position, but our losses as a percentage of sales went down every month. Every single business metric, new customers, customer repeat purchases, everything that we were monitoring through that entire period kept getting better. Wow, that's exactly what we talked about. That's what you call a divergence. Fundamentally, Amazon was doing this. Okay, it was skyrocketing behind the hood. But the stock price did this died due to the crisis. Which one was correct? Right? The fundamental of the company. Okay? Which then price caught up later on. And now look where it's at today. The same thing with XRP. During the collapse, whatever is incoming, there is no issue fundamentally wrong with XRP or Ripple. And so that's one observation about bubbles in general. The fundamentals can be disconnected, the fundamentals of the business. And of course, as entrepreneurs, you're focused on the fundamentals of the business. The stock price is an output, an ultimate output that you actually have very little control over. Benjamin Graham, the great investor, is famous for saying in the short term, the stock market is a voting machine. In the long term, it's a weighing machine. And so as founders and entrepreneurs and business people, our job is to build a heavy company. We want to build a company that when it is weighed, it is a very heavy company. We do not want to focus on the stock price. And so that would be misleading because it could be disconnected from the fundamentals. Wow, that's such a beautiful analogy. It keeps reminding me of XRP. Remember, this goes back to AI being a bubble here. Okay, so I'm sorry for pausing too much, but I have to give my 2 cents here because they weren't worried about Amazon's stock price, right? They're focused more on the business side, on behind the hood. Behind the scenes, okay, fund defense. The fundamental are underlying issues. They're focused on that. It reminds me of XRP, right? Extra piece price is in skyrocketing. But Ripple is working on the rails of the new financial system. That price would have to catch up. It's forced. There's a magnetic force energy to it. When bubbles happen, that's one thing that happens. The second thing that happens when people get very excited as they are today about artificial intelligence, for example, is every experiment gets funded. Every company gets funded. The good ideas and the bad ideas and investors. So now he's talking about the AI bubble. And he's saying that if your company is attached to AI, you're just going to get funded. Which means he calls this a bubble, which may repeat, which could lead to the collapse, which is why precious metals are skyrocketing. And investors have a hard time in the middle of this excitement, distinguishing between the good ideas and the bad ideas. And so that's also probably happening today. But it doesn't mean that anything that's happening isn't real. Like AI is real. And it is going to change every industry. Exactly. Still, believe that AI will be everywhere, guys. I believe that AI will become conscious one day. We're going to have little robots or full-size robots communicating with us. And they're going to have their own consciousness. That's just my belief. It's a very unusual technology in that regard. And that it's a horizontal enabling layer. Today we talk about AI. It's a net benefit because that means we, the people, wouldn't have to work any longer, right? The robots will take the people, everyone's jobs, but we will be getting free income from the government, right? That the world will become more creative. That's where your creativity needs to come into play, okay? Where we don't have to waste our energy on physical labor and such nonsense, guys. Right? We were made for better things. We're not here to waste our energy and time on running companies. We're here to build and create, which AI will help do that. Because AI will take its energy on boring jobs, every consumer products company, etc., etc. And so that is hard to fathom, but it's real. There is no doubt. We don't know how long it will take exactly. We don't know how quickly that transition will occur.